Hi, my name is Adelie Walling. I'm a behavior consultant here in Houston, Texas, and today I'm going to talk to you about the coping behaviors. So the coping behaviors are 3 different behaviors that I feel that every dog and cat should know as a basic life skill. It's a way that your animal can communicate to you through training. Those behaviors are look, which is a way that you can get your animal to focus on you on cue, as well as a default behavior for them to do when they're unsure about something in the environment. Then sit, which is a way that your animal can have an automatic behavior to ask permission for things, as well as temporarily immobilizing them. And then we have touch. So that's a way that you can move your animal without forcing them, as well as a really good recall, which is a life-saving skill. Today, we are going to focus on learning touch. Hi, I'm going to teach you how to do the touch behavior with your dog. This is my lovely assistant, Sadie. So the first step is you're going to have a flat palm and you're going to extend that about 6 inches away from your dog's face. Once they touch their nose to it, you're going to mark that with a yes and then deliver the treat. So it's going to look just like this. Yes. Yes. And if your dog pauses like this, wait at least 10 seconds. If your dog doesn't do it within 10 seconds, you're gonna pull your hand behind you, ignore them for 10 seconds, and then try again. Yes, but give them time. Yes. You also wanna remember that you're always gonna keep this hand clean of treats. Yes. All right, the next step is after your dog is consistently touching from that short distance, we're gonna increase that distance a little bit. Yes. And feel free to move around when you do this exercise. Yes. 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 Good job. Yes, good job. Yes. And whenever your dog is doing that consistently from a little bit of a further distance, the next step is you're gonna attach the cue. The important part of attaching the cue is that you say the word before you make the movement. Now that sounds really easy, but it's actually kind of hard, so make sure you practice that. And the reason why you're gonna say the cue before you make the hand motion is you wanna make sure that the dog is able to respond on the cue alone, not always having to see that hand. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. And see how she responded whenever she was looking down? It's because she's understanding that when she hears the cue, that's when she needs to move and do this behavior. Touch. Yes. Good job. Touch. Yes. Good job. That was so good. Touch. Yes. Good job. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. And if you have multiple people, you can also practice this exercise doing really long distances. So after you've taught your dog this behavior, the next step is you want to generalize to other environments. The reason why is using touch is an excellent way to get some really good recall. But just because the dog does really well at home doesn't mean that they're going to do amazing whenever they're out at the park. So make sure that you practice this first in all different environments with graduating levels of distractions, not throw them in the fire all at once before you expect them to do this touch in a distracting environment. Let's do one more and then we'll give Brandy a little round of applause. Touch. Yes, good job. I'm so proud of you. Oh goodness, we'll give you a lot for that one. All right, thank you so much for watching.